Survivor Series. Raw was under siege. It's that time of week again where we look at the crazy world of WWE Raw. This is Mac Talk Wrestling Reviews. Hey guys, so this is pretty much an absolute killer episode of Raw. If you have not seen it yet, check it out, because spoiler alert throughout the show. First things first, Kurt Angle comes out and pretty much sells Survivor Series. It's now Survivor Series time, guys. TLC's finished. Let's Survivor Series, Survivor Series, Survivor Series, Survivor Series. And he just sold off pretty much all the matches straight away. We've got Jinder Mahal versus Brock Lesnar. I'm excited to see that because I can't wait to see Jinder Mahal get absolutely crushed by the beast Brock Lesnar. Then we've got Natalya versus Alexa Bliss. Women's champions take each other on. Then we have the tag team champions, the Usos, taking on Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. And to finish it all off, we have the Intercontinental Champion taking on The Miz, taking on the United States Champion Baron Corbin. And that's just not it. That's not all of it, guys. We also have two Survivor Series matches, men and women. Now I cannot wait to see who's going to be on whose team, because let's be honest, this is going to be an absolute killer, and this is why. So first thing, so after Kurt explained all the matches and said who's going to be versus who and all this, The Miz comes out, and The Miz is absolutely angry from last night's TLC match. He goes, "No, Kurt, this is my show. This is my show." And Kurt just absolutely panics because Miz is not alone. He has Curtis Axel and the Bar with him, and they surround the ring. They look like they're about to attack it, and next thing you know, the Shield comes out, and they come out and protect Kurt Angle, and the Miz is just like, "Oh, look at this corporate Shield, pretty much selling out." Absolutely, again, Miz killing it. This is showing why The Miz is one of the best heels in WWE right now. Literally, the guy is just one of the best mic talkers you will ever see. Then he's like, pretty much, "Kurt, you're not going to do what to us. You're still outnumbered." And Kurt went, "Haha, well, no. The Shield will have a special guest partner tonight, a man who was at TLC, someone who decided to stay over one extra night on Raw, the phenomenal AJ Styles." AJ just comes out, the crowd goes mental. I'm telling you, this was absolutely amazing. AJ just walks out. You got the Shield and AJ Styles taking on The Miz and the Bar. And if TLC match was absolutely killer, this was a brilliant way to start Raw. The Raw after TLC. You have the best wrestler in the company, AJ Styles, working probably with one of the best factions you will see in a long time, the Shield. Then The Miz, one of the best heels, with one of the best heel tag teams in WWE. Just absolutely amazing. The match itself was fantastic, and it had plenty of time. It didn't feel rushed. It just felt natural. So well done, WWE. But of course, the good guys were going to win. The faces won, and who got it? Of course, AJ Styles. Taking out Cesaro and getting the pin for his team. The Shield was celebrating. Next thing we know, Kane comes out from back, destroys the Shield thanks to the help from The Miz and the Bar, takes them out, and then challenges anyone backstage. And who answers the challenge? Finn Balor. Now this is again a brilliant match to start the show. You've just had a brilliant 6-man tag, and then you go straight in with an absolute killer match of Kane versus Finn Balor. Who doesn't want to see that match? I didn't even know I wanted to see that match until I saw this match. I was like, yeah, this is going to be awesome. Yep. I mean, an absolute brilliant match. Absolute muscle taking on technique. Of course you want to enjoy it. Finn, of course, got pinned, and that's the bit of a shame, because you give Finn all that momentum for beating AJ the night before, and then you got Kane coming out. I know you need to build Kane as this big destructive monster again, especially for Raw. It looks like Kane's going to definitely have a feud with Braun Strowman in the future because of his promo work, pretty much calling him trash. But it absolutely felt like you just give him all this momentum for Finn and taking it away. And that's a bit of a shame. But the match itself was really good and I enjoyed it, apart from the ending. And then we had our first rematch from TLC, and it was Asuka versus Emma again. And this was the problem with the match from the night before. You build Asuka up as being this absolute tank of a woman wrestler, undefeated for 500 and odd days, one of the best NXT champions ever, one of the best WWE champions ever, sorry. And then you put her into a match and you make it a simple, traditional WWE intro match. It just felt like, wow, you built her up to be this absolute monster, and NXT goes to the main roster. She just, yeah, she can win, but it doesn't feel like she won straight out. And the chance should be Asuka's gonna kill you, not, oh, is this Asuka? Because don't forget, not everyone watches NXT. So the fans who are NXT fans are going, oh my god, Asuka's just going to absolutely decimate the women's division. And then she gets to the main roster and she's looking like they have been put, especially last night. It doesn't make her seem like she's the most destructive women's wrestler that she actually is. And it's a bit of a shame. Don't get me wrong, the match itself was fine. It was a fine debut match for the show itself. So, kudos, well done. You made a match seem okay, but you could have easily made Asuka feel like an absolute beast in that division. And it's a missed opportunity again. Then we had Alexa Bliss come out, celebrating a great, a good match win against Mickie James. Now, Mickie cut a great promo, which I didn't mention in the TLC, but I wanted to mention on this because they showed it and it was brilliant. It was good to see, and it just shows Mickie James is great at being a babyface. Alexa's celebrating her victory over Mickie James. Mickie James comes out and pretty much takes Alexa out, and then that was awesome. And the best thing before that was Alexa's promo. Again, this girl is still green at being a wrestler, but she's such a killer mic skills. It's absolutely fantastic. I enjoy watching Alexa's promos because she's really good. Apart from This Is Your Life, she sucks at that. But apart from that, she's awesome. Then we had another rematch from TLC, and it was a match no one really wanted to see. It was Jason Jordan versus Elias. And Elias was trying to sing his song, which he was meant to be singing last night. His mic got cut off, and Jason Jordan comes out. They have a bit of a skirmish, and pretty much Elias hits him with his guitar. Okay, I guess. Fantastic. We guess this feud's still going to continue for a while longer. But let's go to something good for a change. We had the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar accept Jinder Mahal's challenge for Survivor Series. Now, that match was already confirmed anyway, but it was great to see Paul Heyman come out and just explain that he doesn't really smack talk Brock Lesnar's opponents, because if they've got the balls to take on Brock Lesnar, they don't deserve to have smack talk. But Jinder Mahal isn't that type of champion. He literally, in the best way possible, without completely burying him, bury Jinder Mahal with his words, with exactly what the fans thought of Jinder Mahal. They even said, you're not a champion, you're not even a paper champion, you're just the guy who somehow managed to hold on to this title. You're not good, you haven't got the skills. You think of a WWE champion, you think of legends like Shawn Michaels and Triple H, you don't think of Jinder Mahal, the run of a superstar shake up, and it was brilliant and it was absolutely fantastic. Paul Heyman again showing he's the best talker in all of wrestling. If you want a manager, you want Paul Heyman. He can talk the talk. He's just absolutely brilliant. Then we had probably an absolute weirdest match ever. We had a triple threat match to decide who's going to be the women's team leader for Survivor Series, and that all started because of backstage Kurt Angle was going to choose either Bayley or Sasha, and then Alicia Fox walked in and said, what about me? And it was like, what? And then somehow they had a triple threat match, and oh god, it was an okay match, don't get me wrong. It was better than I was expecting, especially with Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox, the craziness is entertaining for a while, but then you think, oh my god, they're gonna elevate this craziness because she's gonna be the leader of the Raw Women's team. It kind of makes you worry, because let's be honest, I don't want to see that kind of crazy for too long, and you know for a fact she's gonna be as bossy as hell before the actual pay-per-view. But yeah, Alicia got the win. It was fine. But you could tell that a lot of the fans were like, oh god. Then we had probably the main event for the show, with the main match of the show. Again, the Cruiserweight division. You had Team Lucha take on Team Enzo. It was a good match. To be honest, it was better than what I was expecting. You had, Kalisto, Rick Swann, Curtis Alexander, Metalik, and Mustafa Ali working together to take on Drew Gallagher? Noam Dar, sorry. Gulash, Tony Nese, Enzo, and I have no idea what the other guy's called. Because, again, I don't watch 205. But the match itself was actually entertaining. And it was fun. It was a fun match. There were so many spots where you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that they're pinned here, then they're pinned here. And it was just absolute madness throughout the whole match. When you got a 10-man tag team match, it's gonna be absolutely crazy. And the Lucha team got the win. So before the match, Kalisto already said he's going to revoke his rematch clause at 205. You know what that means. Because Kalisto won last night, he's going to lose at 205 tomorrow. And then we go to probably one of the best segments ever. You had Kurt Angle coming out to tell everyone who's going to be the captain and who's going to be in the team for Raw for Survivor Series. Next thing we know, Shane O'Mac's music hits. And everyone's like going crazy. But Shane O'Mac doesn't come out of the entrance. He's walking down the ramp just like the Shield do. But with the whole, pretty much close to nearly the whole SmackDown roster. Yes, there was some missing, like Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. Obviously we know about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn not being there. But a majority of SmackDown was with him, including AJ Styles, which I was glad to see AJ wearing the blue, because let's be honest, I'm Team Blue all the way. And he pretty much surrounded the ring and said, Kurt, I did say under siege. And they attacked the complete, most of the Raw roster, just absolutely destroys them. They went backstage, they went into locker rooms. It was absolute chaos. It was brilliant to see. The only people who had a bit of offensive was possibly Dean Ambrose and Steph, and they still got destroyed. Finn and Matt had a good try in the locker room, but got destroyed. Gallows and Anderson destroyed. Just absolutely brilliant. The only person I wasn't surprised they probably left alone, but surprisingly, probably wasn't in the building by that point, was Brock Lesnar. But everyone else got destroyed. Even the women faced the women. It was absolute pandemic. And then they drag Kurt Angle back to the ring and says we're going to decimate. And but the fans were booing Team SmackDown. It's not like they're heels. They're doing exactly what we wanted to see. It's Raw versus SmackDown at Survivor Series. And what do you want to see? You want to see an invasion, a proper invasion, and this was an invasion. This was showing that, yeah, Raw, you might have a bigger roster, you might have pretty much most of the biggest superstars on your brand, but what we've got an absolutely killer team. And I'm glad. I am going to be wearing my team blue all the way through Survivor Series. I'm saying this right now. SmackDown, I hope to God, wins Survivor Series. Because even though they said it last night that Shane O'Mac said, we won last year. You didn't, Shane. You lost 2-1. It was 2 Raw victories. The women and tag team won those. And you won the men's one. You didn't win. But that's it. That's our episode. This is our Raw review episode. And I can't wait to see how SmackDown goes down tomorrow. So I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say for this episode. So leave your comments below, and you can follow me at Twitter at Boise88. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of Smack Talk Wrestling Reviews.